Hi guys, Football-ManagerYouthDevelopment.co.uk here. This is a very special episode today in our Oxford United playthrough. In this episode we're going to be playing two games and I'll be playing the playoff league games basically. So if we have a real quick look at the table, you can see here obviously we're playing in the playoff semi-finals. In this sort of couple of matches we're going to be playing against Southend. We've actually had a pretty good season, to be honest, in the league. So if we have a look at the league table, we're only actually 2 points off getting promoted. I decided to just kind of work my way through the whole season, just to try and get this first one done. So yeah, as you can see, all the top kind of 7 teams really. It was only really a couple of sort of wins, draws, and losses between all the teams really. So yeah, 2 points we missed out on the playoffs by, which is quite disappointing, to be honest, because I think we're really good team now, and we're really starting to kind of take shape. So what I'm going to do, I'll just show you this kind of season. So as you can see, we started off like a house on fire. Just won like the first 5 games, just really ploughing through the games. We then went on to lose against Fulham in the Capital One Cup. I weren't particularly that bothered about that one. Then started sort of losing a few games, which is quite disappointing. And then we did actually manage to get back on a little bit of form. Now, this kind of pattern that you're seeing here, it's quite something that kept happening quite a lot throughout the season. So yeah, we went through quite big chunks of just winning loads of games. And then we go through a sort of purple patch here and then again start winning again. Towards the end of the season now, obviously I was playing this on the beta for Football Manager 2015. When I downloaded like the full version of the game, or when the sort of full version come out, I lost just couldn't basically win for ages and ages. So I had this one of like 5 games where I just couldn't do a thing. We managed to then beat Shrewsbury 1-0, and then since then, to be honest, we haven't actually lost, as you can see from there. So something is basically just fallen right, sort of quite recently for us, and we did manage to, make a bit of a late charge for the playoffs, or sort of get an automatic promotion. But yeah, just never really quite happened for us. So I think this kind of run of losses here, obviously if we had managed to get a couple, like even just 1 or 2 more wins, that would have obviously put us in a sort of promotion position. So we only really have ourselves to blame. But yeah, there's some games I think a couple of games where we sort of drew, we probably should have won them, things like that. So yeah, we're in the position that we're in. Obviously we're hoping to get promoted in this very first season on this Football Manager 2015 playthrough. Hopefully that's something that we can do in this episode. As I said, I'm going to be playing 2 games in this episode. So what I'll do, I'm going to play these 2 sort of games here, and then in the next episode I'm going to show you a little bit more about the team. That's obviously if we do kind of get through this playoff game here. I'm hoping that we will. So just going to I'll submit this team. I've picked all the team and everything, so I'm just going to kind of go on to the next sort of part of this match. I'll kind of run through the starting 11 just as we're sort of going into this game, just so you guys have got a bit of an idea who's playing in this team, playing in this match. Now, a lot of these players I've probably only signed kind of about 6-7 players, I'd say, for this Oxford team. So I didn't really decide to kind of make loads and loads of changes. A few players have just been absolutely playing out their skin, like O'Dowda. Ashby's done really well. Lassimont, he's someone that I've kind of brought into the team. Josh Wright, he's been doing really well for us as well. So yeah, to be honest, the only players in this starting 11 who I've actually signed are Lassimont and Tame, and so yeah, the rest of the team are players that have already been kind of like playing for Oxford or were at Oxford from the beginning of the game. So yeah, we've kind of just sort of used the players that we've already had. So yeah, opposition instructions. I'm going to apply the advice that my assistant manager gives me. I'm then going to go to the team talk. So for this one, let's have a think. So we're away. I would take a 1-0 win in this game. That's all I'm really looking for. As long as we don't get absolutely hammered, that's all that we need to happen. So with this in mind, I'm going to go for calm. And what I'm going to be doing is going for I'm going to say I expect a good result from this first leg because I consider like a 1-0 result, something like that, to be a really, really good sort of thing that we can get. So the next part of all team talks, if you go click down here, and what I'm going to do passionately, I'm going to tell all the players I've got faith in them. Now you can see my morale here for my team, it's really, really high. So doing that, we've pretty much made every single player on superb morale. There's only 3 players who are on very good, which is obviously great as well. But yeah, really, really high morale here. So I'm hoping things are going to go really, really well. Okay, let's have a think. I'm going to go for whipped crosses in this one. So what I'm doing, I'm exploiting the flanks, retaining possession, playing out of defence, whipped crosses, and I think that's about it. What I might also do for this one is just go for a higher tempo, just to kind of keep things moving, just make the most of our high morale at the beginning. So yeah, I'm going to start this game. What I'll do really, really quickly, I'll just make sure the sound's off. We're just on key highlights at the moment, which is great. So yeah, we'll crack on with this. So obviously a massive, massive game for us here. We were really, really unlucky not to finish, in the promotion places first time around. And yeah, and unfortunately that's something we couldn't quite do. We almost take the lead there within the first 8 minutes. Really, really good cross there from Calamo Dowda. He's come on absolutely leaps and bounds this season, which has been great for him, and obviously great for us. So yeah, as I said, we're really, really unlucky not to get into the automatic promotion places, but yeah, hopefully we can kind of take advantage of this situation we find ourselves in, and yeah, just still try and make sure that we're going to get promoted here. So yeah, Lassimant on the ball, passes it into Meads, who holds up the ball, but he does lose it in the middle here. So let's see if we can win this ball back really, really quickly. Ball over the top for Danny Hilton, should have scored there. Calamo Dowda, and really great save from their goalkeeper there. We do have a corner, so hopefully we can make the most of this. Ball comes across and their defender clears. We need to make sure that we don't get caught in the counter-attack here, and we don't manage, that doesn't happen. So what I'm going to do really quickly here, guys, I'm going to pause it, and I'm going to go for assertive, and I'm going to go for encourage. I think we need to just kind of have a little bit of self-belief. I can see the average ratings aren't particularly great here, and that's something, as weird as it sounds, it's actually going to play to our advantage. If we do get him to half time and it's still 0-0 with the kind of quite poor average ratings, that's really, really going to help us. So what I'm going to say, I'm going to be assertive, and I'm far from pleased with what I've seen this team. Now, as you can see, that's give every single player an absolute kick up the arse. Now the next thing to do with your team talk, so what I'm going to do here, so every player who's got a really crap average rate, and I'm going to go for assertive, and I'm not happy in your performance today. So what we should hopefully see here, that'll give the players like a further kind of boot up the arse, if you like, for a lot of the players. So all these players I'm not really happy with. They're playing really, really crap. Now they're already like fired up, which is great. So yeah, the rest of the players, I'm just going to tell them that I've got faith in them. So yeah, you can see here what we're doing. All the players are really, really fired up here. So to take advantage of that, I'm going to go for attacking and flexible. And yeah, we'll start that second half. Hopefully, obviously, we can get a goal here. And then what I'm going to be planning to do, obviously, I said I want to take that 1-0 win. Hope that's something that we can get. Great save from my goalkeeper. Another save from my goalkeeper. And I really don't know what their striker was doing there. They really, really should have taken the lead there, Southend. But yeah, they just didn't manage to put the ball in the back of the net. So we're coming up to the 60th minute mark here. What I'm going to be doing is just having a look at the average rating. I can see Danny Hilton's playing absolutely awful. So if I sort it by average rating, yeah, he's the player that's got to come off. He's just playing absolutely awful at the moment. So that's absolutely fine. I can see, so Will Hoskins is playing awful. Junior Brown, our left back's playing awful as well. But I'm not particularly bothered about changing the left back position. I do expect more from Calamo Dowda as well. So I'm just going to give that team talk. We'll crack on with this, sort of playing this game. What I'm also going to do is go for assertive and go for show some passion. And yeah, we'll just play that. Okay, so let's see how we're getting on here. So it's 0-0. I'd obviously take that, I think, for the away game. That's something that we would be happy to take, I think. As long as we don't concede here, I'd be quite happy with how this game's going so far. Just I'm a little bit reluctant to change anything at the moment. Hopefully they won't score or nothing will happen. So yeah, really bad pass from my defender there. I'm a little bit worried at the moment. So we do manage to keep the ball. Come on, come on! Ah, awful, awful finish from our player there. So still in with a chance of making something happen. We just need to get that ball across. Hopefully we can bloody do that. We're messing around with the ball and now it's full time. So I'm quite happy with that, guys. I will take a 1-0. I'm just going to go for assertive and far from pleased just to kind of like motivate the players as well. So yeah, I'm going to proceed to the post-match analysis. Probably on hindsight, that's not too much of a bad game. What I'm going to do, guys, obviously you can see here the next game's on the Wednesday. So what I'm going to do, obviously 0-0 in this game. I'm just going to, yeah, kind of stop the recording here and then just come back when we're ready for that next game. So stay tuned. Okay, so yeah, welcome back, guys. We're back for the second game in today's episode. Obviously, the last game we've just played was a 0-0 in the first leg. So obviously in this leg we're now at home. I've made a couple of changes for this, yeah, sort of second game. So as you can see now, I've brought in a guy called Rory Fallon up front. He's just a kind of big target man. I'm hoping that he's going to kind of help Danny Hilton get in a couple of goals. As you can see, Hilton's got 16 goals for us this season. So he has been the kind of one that's been banging in the goals. So yeah, I'm kind of hoping he's going to be the one to sort of do it for us today, sort of thing. So the rest of the team is pretty kind of standard. Yeah, bring sort of like Johnny Munnins back into the team. He's a little bit more kind of like experienced. Again, absolutely nothing special at all. But yeah, just to kind of like mix things up really. Yeah, Will Hoskins just played absolutely awful in that last game, so there was no way that he was going to be playing this one. Okay, so with that in mind, we'll just submit this team and crack on with the second leg. Obviously, as I said, if all goes well, obviously what I'm hoping to do is to bring you guys the final in the next episode. If it goes Pete Tong, yeah, that obviously won't be happening and I'll probably just be sulking somewhere. So in this one, I'm going to do it a little bit differently. So I'm going to yeah, so I'm passionate and I expect nothing than a win in this one. I'm also going to do the same thing and just tell the players that I've got faith in them. Obviously, as you know, in the last game, what I decided to do was tell them, you know, that I do expect to win and that I have got faith, but it's kind of a little bit different when you're at home now. So with this in mind, I'm going to go for flexible. Okay, so we've got Rory Fallon up front now, and Danny Hilton is our sort of poacher. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently this one. I'm going to go for low crosses and hit early crosses. Now, what I'm hoping to see happen is that Danny Hilton can get a lot on the end of a lot of these sort of like low crosses, just be in the right time, right place. That's what I'm really aiming for in this game. As you can see, guys, always make sure that you're doing this when you're doing your team talks. It really does help with morale and things like this. So yeah, let's crack on with this game. We'll start the game. We're ready to go. Obviously, I've just put the yeah, kind of key highlights on, and we'll see how we get on here. So just going to keep an eye on the clock. Nothing's really happening for the first 20 minutes. I'm just going to go for calm and encourage. So Southend have got a corner here. We really do need to be sort of careful of what happens here. Great defending from us. Hopefully we can win this ball here. So Meads gets the ball and he's tackled by Payne, their defender. So O'Neill's come back in the team for this game. Danny Hilton. We're getting them really early crosses in, as you can see there. Ashby, and we need to be quite careful here. We managed to come away with the ball. So Lassimont's got the ball now. Hopefully he'll get that low early cross in. He does, and it hits the post, I think. Yeah, Rory Fallon, I think, hit the post there. So really yeah, unlucky there. We're really sort of defending by the skin of our teeth sometimes, which is a bit dodgy. Hopefully we can counter-attack here though. So yeah, Danny Hilton crosses really early again, but their defender manages to clear the ball here. So yeah, we're off again on the attack. So Meads as the fullback. So Adauda, he's really good at crossing. Hilton, Lassimont with a ball, crosses it, Hilton, and yes, we managed to get the ball in the back of the net there. So yeah, Lassimont, our winger, manages to cross it for Hilton. And yeah, as I was saying at the beginning, that tactic of just the low crosses, so as you can see, smashes it really low against sort of 6-yard box. And yeah, Danny Hilton, who I wanted to be on the ends of the sort of crosses and things, is there to, you know, tap the ball in from 6 yards out. But that's the exact tactic that I wanted to play in this game, and as you can see, it's so far so good. So I'm going to go for structured. I'm going to go for calm and don't get complacent. Now you can see the players are sort of gaining focus and things like that. Again, what I'm going to do, anybody that I'm not happy with, I'm going to give them a bit of a kick up the arse. So yeah, looks fired up. That's good. Assertive, I'm not happy with you. Seems motivated. That's good. To be honest, everybody else is doing absolutely fine. So for this guy, Johnny Mullins, because he looks stressed, I'm going to go for calm. And yeah, pressure's up. And then the rest of the players, I'm just going to tell them that I've got faith in them. And that should really kind of, you know, just, yeah, make them look happy, seems composed, everything like that, which is exactly what we want here. So I'm going to keep getting them sort of really, really early crosses in. Obviously, it's paid dividends for us in the first half here, so I'm going to keep cracking on with that. So Lassimont again gets the ball into Fallon, who's holding it up, out to Rose, who hopefully out to Meads, Lassimont. And yeah, offside there, so really, really unlucky. Obviously, I'll take this all day, this 1-0 here. So what I'm really looking for at the moment, we're coming up to 60th minutes. Everyone's actually doing okay, really, apart from Rory Fallon. But he is kind of playing a role. I'm looking for him to do quite well in. Unfortunately, yeah, so Ashby's injured. I'm going to bring on Ollie Lee. He's a guy we got on loan. Yeah, he's all right, to be honest, but not the greatest player. So Callum O'Dowda, I'm going to have as a wide midfielder now on the support duty. How is Callum playing? So he's on 68%. He's getting pretty knackered. Let's have a think. Yeah, so I'm going to bring on Hugo Fernandez for Callum O'Dowda, and just going to have him as a wide midfielder, but I do want him on support because I want him helping out at the back now. Yeah, I'm happy with how things are at the moment. That's all absolutely fine. So obviously what we're... Okay, I'm just going to pause it real quick. So team talk, assertive, tighten up, and yeah, confirm them changes. I'm just going to press play on that. So obviously last few moments here, so I'm going to do shorter passing, lower tempo. I'm not going to bother exploiting the flanks. I'm not interested in hitting early crosses or any of that. Yeah, and we'll press OK. So hopefully we can just see this game out now. That's what needs to happen. Then hopefully we can just get into this playoff final. That's obviously what we came here to do. So yeah, just making all the tactical changes now. We've not exactly played fantastically, but I do believe that we have done enough to progress through to the final. So computer's just catching up with all my changes. Maybe I was making them a little bit too quick there. Okay. So yeah, we're off again here. So O'Neill out to Lee. We're just going to play a little bit of keep ball here. So Rose, unfortunately, loses the ball in the bloody middle, which is disaster. Out wide to Pinnock. Great tackle, great tackle. So Ollie Lee's got the ball out to Fernandez. Whacks it over the top. Danny Hilton could finish it off here. Hilton. And yes, we finish this game off here. 2-0. We're definitely into the final. 18th goal of the season by Danny Hilton. Ball straight over the top. And yeah, straight onto that like a rocket, and whacks that right into the corner. So yeah, 2-0, absolutely fantastic. Here we go. So yeah, we're through to the final. So the next episode, guys, will be the playoff final. So yeah, make sure you come back for that episode. So yeah, for this one, I'm just going to go calm and yeah, very happy. Post-match analysis. So yeah, all good, all good. We're going to be playing the final. What I'm going to do at the end of this video, guys, I'm going to just have a link to the final when that's up. So yeah, I'll stop this video. Stop this episode here, guys. Yeah, thanks very much for watching. We are through to the playoff final. Yeah, hopefully you'll come back for that episode as well. But yeah, thanks for watching this one.